Settle down, all of you. Shall we proceed? Okay, we still have people joining us. Mark your attendance, please. All right. So we were discussing questions last week. Should we continue with that, or is there anything else that we need to discuss? Anything specific that you bring to the table so that we can discuss it? The question is open to all of you. So I want you guys to respond, please. I want you to speak up. I don't think one-way communication is going to work out. Please do open your mouth and unmute and then talk, please. This is absolutely vital for me to understand where we all stand and then take the session forward. Unless otherwise you guys give me something that is, it's going to be very, very difficult. Okay. How to answer? Tell me about yourself. Right. This is going to be a pertinent question. Tell me about yourself is something which most of you would have um, gone through during your PC sessions, I think. Anyways, we'll proceed on how to answer. Tell me about yourself. This is going to be one of the definite questions, as if it is an examination where you're looking at an important question. This is absolutely vital. I think I've already mentioned it a couple of times that tell me about yourself is you know not exactly to know about you. It is not to understand your educational background or to understand about your personal life or your professional life. Tell me about yourself is asked to check, to understand, to verify your ability in terms of communicate. How well you can communicate with people. So to be precise, your confidence, your confidence in terms of communication is what is being assessed. So give the how do we give the right signals in terms of our confidence towards our communicating ability? What are the pointers that we need to ensure to project so that the interviewer gets to understand your skill sets? So, first thing is, even though language is a secondary part of it, how confident are you in terms of expressing your thought process? The thought flow னு ஒன்று இருக்கு. எப்படி ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்க அந்த ஃப்ளோ, the thought process. ஏன்னா you're not talking about any technical stuff. You're not talking about your knowledge about a particular subject. You're talking about yourself. There is nothing to think about. But still, we tend to um, try and complicate things when it comes to tell me about yourself. Now, we should keep it simple. So start as if you're giving your life story. Start from your birthplace. Now that's my I go for it all the time. Start from your birthplace. Then go to your school. If you have changed school, mention that. If you have moved from one city to another, one place to another, you please mention that. Then when it comes to college, why did you choose? You can give a small hint there. That will be a question for a later, that will be an answer that you will have to explain for a later question. But then you can mention a little bit. So I wanted to do EC, so something like that. You just mention that and then take it forward. So you give a story starting from your birth till your engineering. It's just a gradual curve that will help you out. At the same time, what else can be added here? If you're confident, you can add a little bit of personal traits, your personal ability, a little bit here and there. You can talk about your achievements a little bit. You can talk about courses that you have done. You don't have to wait for them to answer. So this is your tell me about yourself. So how do we go about it? So once we start a story, we finish, right? It's a gradual graph. But then how do we complicate things? There are people who are really confident. For them, it's fine. But then what if we are not that confident? What if we have our doubts in our mind on how to, on our communicating ability? Then please start from your, birth and then go towards your higher studies. Don't go backwards. Then it becomes a, problem area because your thinking has to, be in sync with you. Uh, Always it's a problem, right? யோசிச்சு பாருங்களேன், ஒரு கிராண்ட் பேரண்ட்ஸ் கதை சொல்றதுனாலும் ஒரு ஊர்ல ஒரு ராஜா இருந்தாருன்னு தான் ஆரம்பிப்பாங்க. So you go with that. That's the easiest flow that you can rely on. இல்ல அப்படின்னா என்ன ஆகும், நம்ம காலேஜ்ல இருந்து ஆரம்பிப்போம். we'll have to think, பாடி லாங்குவேஜ் ஸ்க்ரூ அப் ஆகும், ஐ கான்டாக்ட் போயிடும். ஏன்னா அந்த மொமெண்ட் the moment we start thinking, that's what we do. Why is it important particularly for this question, tell me about yourself? Now they are assessing your confidence in terms of communication skills, not your anything else. They are looking particularly for this. இப்போ ஒரு விஷயம் நீங்க சொல்றீங்கன்னா எவ்வளவு நல்லா எனக்கு புரியுதுன்றது தான் இங்க பாயிண்ட். ஸோ நீங்க எந்த அளவுக்கு புரியுற மாதிரி பேசுறீங்கன்றது தான் அசஸ் பண்ண போறாங்க. எந்த அளவுக்கு நீங்க அதுல கான்ஃபிடென்ஸா இருக்கீங்க, தட்ஸ் தி திங் அசஸ்ட். ஸோ அதுக்கு என்னென்னலாம் கொடுக்கணுமோ வீல் ஹேவ் டு கிவ். வேற என்ன இதுல ப்ராப்ளம் பண்ணிட முடியும் அப்படின்னா, நம்ம ஒரு ஃப்ளோல சொல்றோன்றதுக்காக அட் சம் பாயிண்ட் ஒரு ஒரு பொய் இல்ல ஒரு ஆல்டர்னேட் ட்ரூத் நம்ம ரெடி பண்ணிடுவோம் அந்த ஃப்ளோல வரும்போது. எக்ஸ்பிளைன் அது எப்போ வரும்னா, இப்போ ஒரு விஷயத்த நீங்க எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. when you start explaining something, then you might end up going for an alternate truth. அதாவது ஒரு பொய், அதாவது ஒரு பேரலா ஒரு லைஃபை நீங்க கிரியேட் பண்ணிடுவீங்க. என்ன காரணத்துக்காக அதை பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா, we are not happy with the explanation. we are worried that நான் எங்க இந்த விஷயம் சொல்லிட்டா, இந்த விஷயத்துல இருக்க உண்மையை சொல்லிட்டா, then they will take me wrong, negative impression வந்துரும். So we think that way and then we create an alternate truth. And the alternate truth create பண்ணும்போது we end up losing our confidence. Whatever confidence that we have, we end up losing it. And so always stick to the truth. Don't explain unless it is needed. So என்ன பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னா, இப்போ let's say for small example, you are explaining about your school. Okay, you don't have to mention your marks if you are not happy with your marks. Okay, you don't have to tell your 10th standard marks and 12th standard marks in this answer if you are unhappy about it. If the marks are low, you don't have to mention that. If they ask, yes, please go ahead and mention. அவங்க கேட்காமையே you don't have to mention. You can just say, I did my school here, I was an average student. அந்த 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 பாயிண்ட்டுக்கே வராதுங்க. I just did my school here, 10th standard here, 11th year, 12th year, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஃப்ளோல போயிடுங்க. Don't give them anything to hold on to and ask later on. And the alternate truth-க்கு don't let your thought process go there. Unless otherwise you stop yourself there, the whole interview-க்குமே you will have to maintain that alternate truth. நான் இங்க இதை சொல்லிட்டேங்கிறதுக்காக future questions I'll have to come up with an alternate truth anyways. So that is not going to be easy. So my advice is an alternate truth create பண்ணிடாதீங்க. Always go in for whatever really happened. At the same time, ஒரு சின்ன அச்சீவ்மெண்டா இருந்தாலும் கேன் யூ பாலிஷ் இட் ஆஃப், நல்லா தேய்ச்சு பாலிஷ் பண்ணி அதை கொஞ்சம் ஷைன் பண்ற மாதிரி அப்படி காட்டுவாங்க இல்லையா, ரைட்? ஸோ ஒரு சின்ன விஷயத்த கொஞ்சம் ரொம்ப அதுக்காக இது பண்ணிடாதீங்க, ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணிடாதீங்க. ஒரு சின்ன அச்சீவ்மெண்டா இருந்தாலும் அதை நீங்க அதுக்கான எஃபர்ட் நீங்க போட்டதெல்லாம் நீங்க ஷேர் பண்ணலாம். அது ஒரு பெரிய விஷயமா கூட சொல்ல வேணாம், பட் தென் அதுக்கான எஃபர்ட் நீங்க எவ்வளவு போட்டீங்கன்றதால நீங்க ஷேர் பண்ணலாம். அண்ட் அட் தி end of it, how you felt. I was really proud. My parents were really proud that I did this. ஏன்னா இட் வாஸ் மை எஃபர்ட். அந்த மாதிரி நீங்க ஏதாவது சொல்லலாம். அதுக்காக நான் ஸ்கூல்ல ஒரு ஸ்கிட்ல பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணேன், அதுல எனக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரைஸ் கிடைச்சதுன்றத என்னமோ வேற யாருமே இந்த உலகத்துல அச்சீவ் பண்ணாத மாதிரி நீங்க ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. பட் தென் ட்ரை அண்ட் ப்ரொஜெக்ட் தீஸ் ஸ்மால் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸ் வேர் யூ ஹேவ் புட் இன் யுவர் எஃபர்ட். அந்த எஃபர்ட் தான் உங்க பாசிட்டிவ்ஸா நீங்க பேச போறீங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நீங்க யூ கேன் கோ ஹெட். வாட் எல்ஸ் கேன் ஒன் ஸ்க்ரூ அப்? வேற என்ன மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் பண்ண முடியும்? when I think about it, I'm just thinking about the interviews that I have had. என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா அன்வான்டட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுப்பாங்க, தேவையில்லாத இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருவாங்க. we actually don't need it. And one more thing is, the HR or whoever is asking this question, trust me on this, they are not listening to you with 100%, so which is a bad thing for the interviewee, which is you guys. When the interviewer is not concentrating on your answers, it is a problem. So அதனால நம்ம போரிங்கா மூஞ்சி வச்சுட்டு உட்காரக்கூடாது. we should be as interesting as possible. அதுக்கு என்னென்னலாம் பண்ணலாம்னு யோசிங்களேன். இப்போ ஒருத்தரை நீங்க பார்த்து அவர்கிட்ட ஒரு 15 minutes நீங்க பேச போறீங்க அப்படின்னா, what all needs to be done? அந்த 15 minutes, because see உங்களுக்கு அது என்ன, இது 15 minutes தானே நீங்க சொல்லலாம், but then the person who is interviewing you is going to have at least 30-40 sessions of 15 minutes per day. He or she will get bored. So அதனால அந்த ஒரு இன்வால்வ்மெண்ட் இருக்காது. இன்வால்வ்மெண்ட் இல்லாத போது it is going to be really hard to impress them. So how will you ensure that they have their attention from the word go? நான் இத 3வது நாள் தொடர்ந்து சொல்றேன், non-verbal communication skills. இந்த விஷயத்துல if you can impress, then you will have their attention. Once you have their attention, then it is easy for you to impress them. அவங்க அட்டென்ஷன் வர்றதுக்கு நீங்க என்னென்னலாம் பண்ணணும், non-verbal communication skills என்னென்னன்றதை யோசிச்சுக்கோங்க. First thing, your dress code, how you are groomed. இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். I'm telling you, நல்ல ஒரு 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 பெர்ஃபெக்ட் ஃபிட்டோட, ஒரு டீசென்ட் க்ளோதிங்கோட, ஒரு ஒரு ஸ்மார்ட்டான ஒரு பிஹேவியர், ஒரு ஒரு உங்கள்ட்ட இருந்து ஒரு வைப் வரும்ல, அந்த வைப்ன்றத எனக்கு எப்படி எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணதுன்னு தெரியல. யூ வில் ஹேவ் டு ஷோகேஸ் தட் யுவர், இந்த கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் தான், வேற என்ன. யூ வில் ஹேவ் டு பி கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ், அண்ட் ட்ரஸ்ட் மீ ஆன் தட். You will have to sit before the mirror. You can't get that confidence unless otherwise you sit in front of the mirror, look into your eyes, constantly do that every day for 5 minutes minimum. அடுத்த 6 மாசம் 7 மாசத்துக்கு பண்ணுங்க. Trust me, it will give results. இல்லனா என்கிட்ட வந்து கேளுங்க, ஏயோ சொன்னியா, it didn't work for me அப்படின்னு என்ன வந்து கேளுங்க. Then I will I'll be at your task. நீங்க என்ன சொன்னாலும் நான் செய்றேன். But then trust me on this, it helps, right? You have no other option but to practice all this. எப்படி சார் practice பண்றது? One more thing, it's even better if you can dress up to the interview. வாட் ஐ மீன் இஸ், உங்க மிரருக்கு முன்னாடி ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணும்போது இன்டர்வியூக்கு என்ன காஸ்டியூம்ல நீங்க போவீங்களோ அதே மாதிரி காஸ்டியூம்ல sit in front of the mirror 5-10 minutes a day. உங்களை பார்த்துக்கிறது, ஒரு ஒரு ஸ்மைல், ஹவ் யூ ஏன்னோ இந்த ஹேண்ட் ஜெஸ்டர்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஏன்னா உட்காந்துருக்கும் போது நீங்க வேற எதுவும் செய்ய முடியாது. பட் த வாக், த handshake gives a lot about a person, be it a gen or a lady. Handshake gives a lot about it. Handshake கொடுக்கும்போது not everyone, I have seen it though, யாருக்காவது நீங்க ஹேண்ட்ஷேக் கொடுக்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா there is a kind of hesitant handshake, சும்மா கை மட்டும் வரும். நீங்க அதை பிடிச்சீங்கன்னா, இப்படி கையை பிடிச்சீங்கன்னா அப்படி ஃபார்மா இருக்காது, ஒரு மாதிரி இப்படி லூஸா இருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி லூஸா ஹேண்ட்ஷேக் கொடுக்கறது கொடுக்காம இருக்கலாம். ஏன்னா handshake is a way to communicate. But then yeah, obviously we are in a space where 6 feet distance is needed, but then just general information that you need to follow further on. So when you give a handshake, it has to be firm. At the same time, balaparicha kedaidu. This is not a fight for who has the strongest hand and stuff. Just ensure that it is firm. And the ஒரு விஷயம், it communicates a lot. If you don't have a proper handshake, அங்கே முடிஞ்சுன்னு வச்சுக்கலாம். So that is one. Because HR and the technical interview யார் வராங்களோ, they will give a firm handshake because அதுதான் அவங்க லைஃபே. இந்த handshake every day they do it with every of their colleagues. So அதனால they know they are good at it. So நீங்களும் equally you should be good in terms of the handshake and then proper posture, sit properly, communicate with them. And when you talk to them, not for a moment you need to look to the ceiling. You can just on the sideways is actually a little bit okay, but then your eye contact cannot go like this. It cannot go over the head of the interviewer. You can actually look on the sides a little bit, but then looking down or looking up is strictly no. But then the side on na enna solrena, if you can't totally stop yourself from moving your eyesight, eye contact from wavering, then it is sideways is okay. Ana ideal is proper eye contact with that person. Eye contact in சொல்லும்போது you'll have to understand, without saying it is understood, that you can't stare at the person. It has to be looking, right? You can't stare. அப்படியே முறைச்சு பார்க்கிறது is not a acceptable way of eye contact. You look at the person, there should be a little smile, and the smile ஆனா அப்படியே கான்ஸ்டன்டாவும் இருக்க கூடாது. You should be lose your smile for a little bit and then have a smile then and there. So that is important. இதெல்லாம் என்ன இவ்வளோ இன்ட்ரிகேட்டா போய் சொல்லணுமா பிரவீன், நாங்க பாத்துக்க மாட்டோமா அப்படின்னா, எஸ், நான் இதை பண்ணாதவங்களுக்கு தான் நான் சொல்றேன். இது ஏற்கனவே இதை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கவங்களுக்கு obviously you don't need my help. But then there are people who lose out on these things, and I'm just reminding them this. So please take it up. ஆனா இது practice பண்ணாம வராது மக்களே. Start practicing. Unless otherwise you practice it every day from now, you won't get better at it. You have to get better at it, no matter who you are. Even if you are the best in the class right now, you will have to start practicing on these things. It will help. At the end of the day, once you get this confidence, then nothing like it. So these are the basics. When you answer particularly how to answer tell me about yourself, these are the things that you need to keep in mind. There are many things. The tell me about yourself liye vandu 90% of the interviews over. Trust me on that. ஏன் அப்படின்னா, particularly HR round, okay, how long it takes for the HR to have a decision in his or her mind? A maximum of 2 minutes. Amma promised, just 2 minutes. And the 2 minutes la what you do is 10 to 15 seconds you are walking in, handshake, you sit. மீதி இருக்கிறது 90 seconds to 100 seconds. Adula first question enna, tell me about yourself. So how you answer tell me about yourself goes a long way, and that includes your non-verbal communication skills. So get better at that. 80% to 90% of your decision is made in the first 2 minutes by HR. If you can impress in the first 2 minutes, you will get through in the HR interview. At least 80% of your work is done. மீதி எல்லாம் basic conversations தான். So understand this concept. Tell me about yourself. நல்லா பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா 80% of your interviews over. Positive. If you screwed up, then 80% of the chance you lose. All right. It's been a long answer, but I hope it helps. Okay. Hemodi, did I answer your question? Do you have any other doubts regarding this? Right. Any other questions from anyone else? Okay. Since yes. Okay. If they ask any technical questions, if we don't know the answer, we can simply quit the answer or try to say the answer. All right. HR interview, I don't think you will have any kind of technical questions. But even if they ask, or in technical round, if they ask you something and then you don't know the answer, it is absolutely important that you say, I don't know. Yeah, once you start answering a question without you being sure about the answer, தெரியல சும்மா சொல்லி பார்ப்போம் ஏதோ ஒன்று சொல்லி வைப்போம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொன்னீங்கன்னா so actually you're spoiling your chances. The first thing they are looking for is a person who is clear about what he or she knows. When they ask a technical question, obviously you're gonna have a technical round and this is going to happen. You be prepared with a set of technical stuff that you're strong in, and if they ask you there, then you will answer well enough, good enough. அதுலயும் தெரியாத ஏதாவது questions கேட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா, first thing, did you understand the question properly? If you did not understand the question properly, then you can ask them, can you repeat the question? I didn't get the question properly, can you explain it? You can ask them. But even after explaining, if you think you don't know the answer or you're not sure, then you can tell them, I'm not sure about it. It's absolutely fine. Obviously it will be a negative. ஆனா எனக்கு தெரியும்னு சொல்லிட்டு நீங்க வேற ஏதாவது கதை விட்டீங்கன்னா அவருக்கு தெரியாம போயிட போகுது. That person will know. When you make up cook up an answer, when you make up a story, when you just give an answer without knowing the um, real technical stuff for that particular question, then obviously that person who is asking question knows the answer. Then he or she knows that you are making up a answer here. It is not right and உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிரும். So what is the point in making up an answer? It is always okay to say I don't know. Okay, but then it is only okay if you are strong in something. Okay, you'll have to ensure that you are at least strong in one or two technical areas that you would be answering. Unless otherwise you are technically strong somewhere, they are not going to hire you. So it is, as I said, the preparation in terms of non-verbal communication, it is equally important that you are technically strong in one or two areas, and you'll have to be absolutely strong. Because if you're saying you're strong in a particular area and you're not able to answer their questions in that particular area, then it is a problem, right? So when you say you're strong in this technology, you should make sure that no matter what they ask, you're prepared to answer them. So you should know what you're strong in. You should know yourself better than anyone else, and then you should be honest to them in terms of what is the technical skill that you possess. So if you don't know, please say no, I don't know. If you don't understand the question, you can ask can you please explain? I didn't really catch the question. I didn't really understand the question. Can you explain, please? Absolutely, yes. You can ask this. Then once you understand the question, if you don't know the answer, please don't go chasing a ghost. Please don't go giving some kind of answer. If you know answer, if you don't know, tell them sorry. I'm not sure about the answer. Sumant, I hope I answered your question. Okay. Okay, so we have classes every day. We'll take one or two questions every day like this and then discuss. We'll meet tomorrow. But then mark your attendance in Google Classroom, please, for today. Mark your attendance without fail. And how many teams are doing group discussion today? No one? Okay. So we'll have to plan for tomorrow. Hemavati, you there? You you have not done the group discussion yet, right? Okay. Who else is there? Karthikeyan, yes. Have you completed the group discussion? Okay. Form a team. You will be sending me a message with the team members and a schedule for tomorrow. Okay. We need one more team. Who wants to go? Any volunteers? Pratik is done. Okay. There are a lot of names. Who's Kamali? Kamali, you there? Right. You form another group. Send a message to me with the list of members in your team and a schedule for tomorrow. All right. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Come up with any other questions related to all the three topics. We'll discuss everything. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.